India's current population is more than 140 crores, out of which only 4% of people actively invest in the stock market. But in our neighboring country China, about 13% of people, and in the US, about 55% of people regularly invest and track the stock market. There are many fundamental and behavioral reasons for this. Like, for a great majority of Indians, investing in the stock market is like rocket science, an uncalled risky affair. They see it as equivalent to gambling. In bold letters, as for them, investing and making money in the stock market is next to impossible. With a strong foothold of this mindset from generation to generation, they opt for easy to understand and relatively safer investment options like fixed deposit and government bonds. Investment in fixed deposit and government bonds has produced decent returns in the recent past. But if we do a reality check now, due to the continuous drop in interest rates, this investing strategy may not be effective in the coming future. To understand what's happening, we have to dig deeper and discuss how much and why our interest rates are declining and what impact it has on us. Here is a graph representing the historical one-year fixed deposit interest rates every year for the last 3 decades. We can clearly see the drop in interest rates from 12% in 1991 to 5.17% in 2021. That is a whopping 56% drop in just 30 years. And the worst part is, we expect this trend to continue in the coming years. The kind of continuous drop in interest rates we have experienced is not only specific to India. It applies to all the countries and is happening all over the world. Countries' interest rates are related to their economic growth rate. As countries become economically bigger, they cannot continue to grow at the same growth rate as before. So as countries grow big economically, we should expect and be prepared for the drop in interest rates. To get a practical sense of what will happen to interest rates as countries move from underdeveloping to the developed economies, we will look at a few examples of present interest rates in some of the developed countries. From these figures, we can take a hint of where our country's interest rates are heading. The table shows the existing interest rates of some of the developed economies. We can see in countries like Switzerland and Japan, the interest rates are in negative territory, which means you have to pay interest to Switzerland and Japanese banks for keeping your money safe in their account. In the countries like Germany and France, the interest rates are 0%, which means you will not get any interest on your deposits. In Asian countries like Singapore and Australia, the interest rates are less than 0.5%. As their economy expands further, we can expect the present interest rates to reach 0% status, or in the worst case scenario, the negative zone. From these examples, what we can conclude is that today or tomorrow, as our country's economy expands and reaches new levels, we can expect our interest rates to drop and reach 0%. When this happens, fixed deposit and bond interest rates will drop relatively, making these investment options less viable at that time. In the existing Indian economy, because of higher interest rates, we have the option not to invest in stock market and still generate decent returns. But tomorrow, we will be left with no option but to invest in the stock market. To sum it up, as India's economy grows bigger, our interest rates will see a continuous drop, will become insignificant, and ultimately reach a 0% status at one point. Then investing in the stock market for the majority of population will become mandatory. This is the same reason in developed countries, the percentage of people investing in the stock market is so high, as they are left with no better investing options. There is no doubt India's economy is expanding at a much faster rate than ever before. And by 2030, we are going to be the third biggest economy on the planet. The negative impact of this will be seen on our existing interest rates. Instead of waiting for the day when our interest rate starts to look insignificant and bring unexpected financial challenges to our life, start your stock market investing journey. First and foremost, learn how to invest in the stock market, understand the basics, and then begin with a small amount and keep investing. Finally, when the day comes, you and your next generation will be ready to invest in the stock market. If you need assistance and handholding to start your stock market investing journey, please visit our website sagamatpati.com, where our Retire Rich program is running. Here, you can save and invest as low as 500 rupees per month in the stock market as we propose, and in the best case scenario, earn up to 1.17 crores in the next 30 years. At last, I want to thank you for choosing to invest your precious time in watching this video. Keep learning and keep improving. Have a great day.